The internet is a constantly growing and popular base for people of all ages to use. Over 40% of the world's population have an internet connection, as shown by Internet Live Stats. And these people use the internet in increasingly different ways, from gaming to socialising and even work. With this increase in popularity, many studies have been carried out relating to the positives, negatives and other aspects of internet use. Susanna Stern carried out research exploring the use of the internet for adolescents' identity construction and the use of social media and personal homepages to express themselves. This video will further explore this particular use of the internet by debating both the positives and negatives of this. The debaters will put forward an argument for or against and give a small rebuttal after.
The first argument to be put forward as a positive for this debate is the idea put forward by Tobin and Terkel, who both believe that the internet and social media allow adolescents to experiment with different styles and personalities within the safety of online space. BROMBERG, alongside Terkel, further believe that this use of the internet can help give the users a greater understanding of themselves and the way that they represent themselves in both online and offline settings. The other benefit of using the internet for this use is that the users get feedback on their choices around their identity, and Derrickson highlighted before the use of the internet that family and friends were the primary influences on identity, which means that without the internet, many people would have limited freedom to truly be themselves. Whereas with the use of the internet, this allows a large amount of people from a range of beliefs and ideals to influence the identity of adolescents, allowing them to have a larger freedom of choice and more socially acceptable identity.
Arguably, with a larger feedback from a range of people, this could include negative influences and bullying, which could also lead to depression within the users. This is proven by Wang, who carried out a study to highlight a connection between depression and different types of bullying. The research proved that those who suffered from cyberbullying also suffered a larger level of depression. An argument put forward against is the idea of internet addiction, and that this large usage of the internet could increase the likelihood and amount of adolescents that become addicted. This is shown by CHANG, who did a study in Taiwan exploring the internet addiction amongst adolescents. He highlighted that internet addiction was heavily linked to self-esteem. This highlights that adolescents who seek to explore themselves online to improve their self-esteem are also likely to become addicted to the internet, which studies also showed was linked to depression. The other idea to be put forward is the idea of fake identities. As stated, the online space could be a place for adolescents to explore their identity, however this also means that people's online identity could also be fabricated. Cow highlighted that there are 1.5 million fake or compromised Facebook accounts during February 2010 that were used for multiple things from scamming users to spam, making it hard to trust what is shown online.
Depression, addiction and fake identities are not exclusive to the online environment. People online, just like offline, can be taught how to appropriately deal with depression, addiction and fake identities, and this should not be seen as a negative to the use of the internet.
So after the debate, a few things can be concluded. The first is that online space and social media are a great medium for adolescents to explore themselves and construct their own identities. However, despite the large amount of feedback being a benefit in helping the shaping of someone's identity, there's a large possibility of negative influences and online bullying that could cause psychological issues such as depression or a negative identity. However, on top of this, with the argument that this use of internet can cause addiction and depression, it's important to not ignore this issue, but still consider that it's not an exclusive issue to the online environment, and that people need to be taught ways of solving these issues rather than just avoiding the internet.